Hey friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Ken Smith, and you remember that old slogan by Sears Roebuck and Company that claimed that Sears has everything? Well, in this particular video, you're going to see just that, because this is actually a Sears Roebuck car, and you could have ordered it right out of the catalog. Let's hear the whole story. Check out the video now. Jeff, I just walked by. I can't even believe this, but yes, we got a 1910 Sears buggy, Model J. Was available in the catalog for sure back then. Tell me about this.
Came on a railroad car with the wheels off, and you put it together. They gave you instructions that the railroad people would take it off for you. You brought a gallon of gas and oil, put it in, put the wheels on it, and cranked it up, and you drove it home.
No way, it came off the railroad car.
Came off the railroad car. When you ordered it, came from wherever the Sears was that had them.
Right.
And it came off there, and you drove them home. It's basically like you took the horse off the front and went from there.
So,
pretty cool.
I'm looking at a chain-driven vehicle.
On both sides.
Okay.
Two-cylinder opposed motor. It's opposed this way.
Okay.
And it's basically,
I'm guessing air-cooled.
It's air-cooled.
Yep.
It's like a centrifugal clutch.
Okay.
You basically put it in, it's like a lawnmower. The faster it goes out on the flywheel, the faster it goes. And if you go reverse, you go on the opposite side of the flywheel to go backwards.
So really, this is a go-kart.
Technically, yeah.
Because you just described a go-kart.
Yeah, that's how they were back then. If you look, a lot of the early ones have a big flywheel, and once the inertia gets going, it keeps it going.
Okay.
But two-cylinder opposed, and you know, it's got the lights for kerosene when you're driving it. It's got a foot brake, and this is a forward and reverse, spark and gas. And this is the tiller. This is how you steer it, left and right.
No way. Because I was like...
You put this in so you can get in, and then you get behind it.
I'm looking at this, and the whole time I'm thinking, okay, so where does the horse end up in front of this?
The horse is following you once you get going.
So those are your spare parts that you bring with you.
Yeah. So when it breaks down, you hook the horse back up to tow you back to your farm or wherever you were. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So how did this even come into existence? How did you get this?
Chuck is the third owner on it.
Okay.
He was at a show up around Binghamton area, and the guy came up to the show. He says, "I got an old car that's been in the family." And they all said, "Well, what do you got?" He goes, "I don't know, it's a Sears or something," he says. So they all went and looked at it, and his wife really liked it, and she wanted it, so she said, "Let's buy it." So they bought it, and they've had it probably 8-10 years now. So
okay.
It's around town. You know, you don't get much speed out of it. It's,
right.
It's hard rubber tires, so you're not going crazy. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's around town, but yeah.
I mean, this is really a carriage.
This is it, yeah.
This is crazy. You
basically took the horse off of it. Is what
yeah.
You know, and I bet if back in the day, you know, I'm 68, so I wasn't back then, but if the motor broke or you couldn't repair it, maybe they just hooked the horse up to it and used it as a carriage then. You know,
oh wow.
Instead of just scrapping it, you know.
So let me ask you this: do you drive this?
Yep.
It runs.
It runs. It runs. You got to crank it.
Okay.
Regular crank. There's no mechanical to it at all.
Right.
You pull the choke, start it up, and then let it run. And you got the throttle and the spark here. You get it going, and then you put the lever forward, and there's a pedal that catches it, and it just slowly takes off and goes.
Okay. So top speed.
10 miles an hour.
10 miles an hour. I think a horse can go faster.
Yeah. It's not a super speeder. Yeah.
So two-cylinder, how many horsepower do you think it is?
12,
maybe 10, 12? Okay.
Yeah,
I got a riding lawnmower that has more.
Yeah, like most of those are 20, you know. This is half that. But it's all original. The top was redone because the leather, every time we put it up and down, the pieces would fall off.
Sure.
We had a cloth top put on it.
Okay.
But seats original, balance is original.
Okay.
The rubber mat's not original, but you know.
Yeah, obviously.
But
sure.
It's all really original. I mean, nothing's really been changed on it.
So you got solid rubber tires,
yep.
Right?
No shocks.
No shocks.
Just the spring, basically.
Okay.
Which carriages had. You know, they had a spring on them.
Right.
You know.
So what about parts? Do you order them out of the Sears catalog now, or?
We wish we could. You can't. You have parts made, or there are some. There's a handful of them still around in the world, but most stuff, you know, if something breaks, you have it made or whatever through different places,
sure,
machine shops and stuff like that.
Right. So we still got the original motor in this?
The original motor in that. Yeah. Like the spark plugs, you can still get their auto lights. Any of these cars, you can still get the original. You know, they're made modern today, but they're original. You know,
right.
I mean, they're set for these old cars. So, yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about this?
I think when you crank it, you know, I mean, to start it, it's pretty cool. It, you know, there's no, you don't need any battery or electric or anything like that. You know, no switches, no nothing. Basically, you turn the ignition on and you start cranking it until it goes, and then you play with the spark and the gas and drive it away. Yeah.
So, have you driven it here at Old Car Festival?
No, we drove it in here. We're gonna drive it tomorrow.
Okay.
Drive it around tomorrow, but yeah.
Can you start it for us?
I'll have to get these guys over to help me, but yeah.
Not a big deal if you can.
Yeah, we'll start it. Yeah. Later, yeah. But,
so you're gonna drive it tomorroh?
We'll drive it tomorrow. Yep.
You're not gonna drive it tonight during the gas lantern?
We haven't fired these up. The EMF, we got acetylene lights in and kerosene for the parking, so we're gonna fire that up tonight with all the lights. Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like Chuck brought both of these.
Yep.
Down
one
here.
trailer, both of them. We're a suburb of Buffalo.
Okay.
And yeah. You know, we were here last year and we enjoyed it, so we said we'll come again.
So this is your second year at Old Car Festival.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Yep. And you have a certain love for Volkswagens as well?
I have a dune buggy.
Okay.
A yellow dune buggy that I drive. So.
Well, you got a yellow dune buggy and you got a black buggy.
But yeah, we got multiple cars, different years. I got a '71 Pontiac Grand Prix. My wife drives an MG Midget. You know, so we have an array of cars. You know, years and stuff like that. So yeah. But they're
nice.
fun. I mean, I enjoy them all. You know, I mean, I don't have a favorite. I think each one has its unique thing to it. You know, the MG, you get into it, and when you come up to a semi, the tire is taller than you, and you're like, why am I on the road with this car?
Yeah,
you know? Or she won't ride in the dune buggy because she thinks you're gonna. It sits a little high, but there's no top, there's no nothing, and it feels like you're gonna fall out because you look over and you see the road going by. It's like a glorified motorcycle with a body on it. You know?
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
So, as far as steering goes, how's the response for steering?
This is hard. You got to roll with it and then turn it, and then the radius is hard. It doesn't turn very sharp.
Yeah, like a Subaru.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only say that because I own a Subaru. I swear I had to do like a 15-point turn to turn around.
We've had a lot of Subarus in my family. Yeah. We're into the Outbacks quite a bit. Yeah.
So you're again, the throttle and timing are right here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this is your wheel. It just goes left and right. Yep. And then you put it up to get your body in, and then put it in front of you.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and then, so what's the canvas cover? Is that to access
the gas tanks under there? The gas tanks under there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. So there's your magneto.
There's a spark, and there's the gas tank.
Okay.
And then this is for the brake light. You know, that was an add-on for safety.
Sure. Absolutely.
Because nobody knows if you're stopping or you're going, whatever. So he likes to put lights on them. And people can say, "Hey, this guy's stopping." You know.
Yeah. So what are these pedals here?
This is technically the gas. You push it down when you got this in forward or reverse, and then this is the brake. It notches, you know, lock the brake in when you're sitting, and then you just lock it in when the car's sitting. And then this is the mixture.
Okay,
it goes
your
through
fuel
the
mixture.
carburetor. Goes down to the carburetor. You can turn that with your foot when you're driving. That's why that loop is in there, that U, if you want to say.
So you adjust the fuel ratio as you're driving.
Right.
That
the air,
is,
like today it's cold and the air is heavy because it's not damp, but it's heavy.
Right.
You know.
Sure.
So because you're up here playing with all this jazz, so it's hard to keep playing with everything. You know.
So you're really working to drive anywhere.
Oh, you're really working.
Rather than just saying giddy up.
No, it's like a Model T. I kid. He's got a couple of Model Ts, and I said you're like pedaling the car when you're driving it. You know, because of the 3 pedals. But,
yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to do a quick walk around.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to take a good.
Thank you. We'll look for your site.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
So 1910
Sears
Motor Buggy Model J.
And you worked there.
I worked for Sears for 16 and a half years.
Wow.
And I didn't see this in the catalog back then.
We have a catalog. It's a big fat one. It's from the 50s.
Okay.
Pretty popular 50s.
I did see a Model A motor in a Sears catalog.
Right.
And I was really upset that I couldn't order it because the price was right. It was $49.99.
Well, they sold the house out of the catalog too.
Yes.
The home.
There we go, Sears. Obviously, there's the add-on stop.
They're pretty similar.
But I mean, this is a super tall vehicle. I'm guessing probably getting close to at least 7 feet, maybe 8 feet tall. Super nice.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day, and you'll all be blessed.